bottoms are out and everything. I just thought I'd do a quick change. How's our Emma?
Oh, I'm fine. Are you?
I'm really, really well. And we've got a fabulous show kicking off very, very shortly. In around about 5 minutes' time, we're going to be introducing you to guests and also co-workers throughout the country. And last Wednesday was a phenomenal show. So we thought we would have to try and top that. Honestly, wasn't it good?
Oh, it was so good, and it was so exciting as well. And tonight is just going to be just, if not better. So please, all of our dreamers out there, don't forget to press the share button. Share the life out of us, please, and make sure you send us your comments through, and just share us, really, because that's what
absolutely. So, hello to all of the dreamers that are joining us tonight. It's a busy house tonight. Hello. Nice to see Chris Calvert, Sarah Boots, Jack Ryder, Alicia, Yasmin, Jessica Jane. If you are tuning in, make sure you are commenting in the comment box below and let us know who you are, where you're from. If you are looking for a shout out, then comment in that comment box. And if we see it, we'll give you a shout out. Apparently, I keep freezing. I don't know why. It's like almost a heat wave out there. I am literally melting like a snow cone in Phoenix, but I'll try my best. If I keep freezing, then I'm sorry. You'll just have to screenshot me and take a look at me practically perfect face, which is complete bullshit, and take the piss out of me harsh contouring and shit eyeshadow. So if you are tuning in tonight, where are you tuning in from? That's what we want to know. And also, if there is a drag queen that you have seen at one of our shows, who would you like to see on Live and Locked Down? Comment. All the drag queens, comment. Yes. Tag your favourite queen that works for the Dreamboys. And let's get them on here, because sometimes it is nice to see other queens and also get to know them a little bit, because although we see their profiles, we don't ever get to see their work, because we're working every Saturday night just like they are. And this tonight and every other night of lockdown is the time where we can actually socialise with the other queens of the Dreamboys teams. So if you would like to see a queen on Live and Lockdown, tag them on here and we will hopefully get them on for you. We've got people tuning in from Grimsby, we've got Bristol, Glasgow in Scotland, we've got Basingstoke, Hertfordshire, Michigan, the US of A.
Cool.
Yasmin Ramsey saying the drag queen from Cardiff, can't remember her name though. The drag queen from Cardiff.
Oh, well.
Well, I know who she is very, very well. And I actually watch her live feeds as well. And we might be able to rustle up some magic just for you. We've got Perth in Scotland. We've got Worcestershire. People at Shrewsbury. We've got people from London, Ireland. We've got Wales. People are saying we would like to see Cookie and Candy. And we've got people from Worksop.
You name your favourite queen. If you name your favourite queen from any of our Dreamboys venues, we will do our utmost to try and get your queen from your area on here for you.
Absolutely. Yes, we will. So anyway, people are commenting. They know that they know their queens. They really know their queens. We had Cara on Wednesday and it was like chit chat, having a cup of tea, and I felt like I was in Brighton in a living room with her. She was absolutely phenomenal.
She was amazing.
And backstage tonight, we have got two fabulous guests, one of which is a queen of the scene, and one is a dream boy that needs a stage to be seen. But thanks to Live and Lockdown, he is going to be coming on and chatting all things Dreamboys HQ and giving you some inside information about what is going on. But before we bring on any guests, we have got some brand new merchandise that has come out this week.
Yes.
Emma, take a look at this.
Wow. I want one.
Can you see it?
I want one.
I want one. I mean, it's small in size, but big on good vibration. The Oni is a discreet little treat that you can heat up your sheets.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Dreamboys have just released a brand new toy that is going to heat up your sheets during lockdown, and you don't have to even invite anybody over. You don't have anyone to kick out. You've got no mess to clean up.
Do you know what I like as well?
Put a towel down and enjoy.
Do you know what I like as well, Tess? I saw our gorgeous Fran today when she posted about the T-shirts, and she was modelling the way she was modelling the gorgeous low-cut ones, and she was packing everybody's up who's ordered, and I just think that's just so lovely, the fact that we've got loads of fabulous supporters.
Yeah, we have. We've got so much merchandise, and the merchandise link is actually on this live feed tonight. So if you are tuning in across YouTube, or if you are tuning in on Facebook, then click the link and also click the share button and share us with the rest of the world, because we have got so much to offer. So why don't you log on and grab yourself some merchandise, or give it to somebody who would really appreciate it, or why not click on to the website and why not get a little personalised message from one of your favourite Dream Boys, just like I did. So there we go. We've got lots on offer, and we've got more dream streams coming your way. But what we have got backstage is one of our dream queens, and she is a force to be reckoned with. She is a force in a country very close to us. And I was actually born I was born and brought up in this country of Wales. Can anybody guess who the Queen of Wales really is? Oh, yes. She's a Cardiff girl. And after 3, we're going to introduce you to this unbelievable drag queen who I have watched and admired for years upon years. So after 3, in 9, 3, please scream for the Queen of Cardiff.
Hiya, love.
Ambidextrous, everybody.
I like this. Is this like OnlyFans? Are you going to take all the clothes off and I'll get some tissues? Is that the way it works?
We can do. We can.
And she's off. How are you doing? You look gorgeous, you two.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well,
it's like 2 Cinderellas with one ugly sister. Thanks for that.
I'll be your sister.
Oh, stop it. You look beautiful. Are you both all right, yeah?
Yes, are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Living the dream, love me. Living the dream. Do you know what I mean? I love spending every single day inside hoovering. It's my dream. It really is.
I was just going to say who you're living inside of, Amber.
It's just been a nightmare, isn't it? But it's nice. I think these live lockdowns have been brilliant. I've watched them all. They've been great. You've done such a good job, Lee.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's been fab. It really has.
But Amber,
wicked.
We've got a bit of a backstory actually, and I mean I quite like a backstory.
I bet you do.
But I started Dreamboys coming up. It's about 9 years now, and when it was Gaz actually running the show, and I actually went through. It was you that got me every single week at Dreamboys.
Yeah.
Now you have a special role in Dreamboys. Is that right? Yeah.
So I tend to be responsible for most of the drag queens that are on the shows in the Dreamboys. So if there are any bad ones, I apologise. I tend to find the drag queens that for each show. And the nice thing about the Dreamboys that I find is that a lot of the drag queens that we have now have been with us for years. Like, we don't go through drag queens really, really quickly. Everybody always seems to be really happy on the show. So that we've had drag queens that have worked with the Dreamboys for years and years and years. And I think that just goes to show what a great company they are to work for.
Oh, I think that'd be a fabulous company to work for. I think that it's just that we just all, they are an amazing company. I just love it.
Yeah, very good. I mean, so much so that, for instance, Crystal Candyfloss, who used to be a drag queen for us in Bournemouth, moved to Blackpool, and now she's our drag queen in Blackpool. So it's, it works really well, to be honest with you.
And other drag queens, when they need a night off, and we message you and say, Amber, we need a night off, we're going on holiday, or we're going out on the piss. And you always say, it's all right, don't worry, we can send somebody up. And then another drag queen from another show that would cover either Cardiff or Birmingham or Manchester or Leeds or wherever, then they land in our shoes and just carry on at the show, and as the show must go on. And it's just like a big turntable.
Yeah, I think the nice thing about the Dreamboys is that actually we have got, it sounds really weird to say, but we've sort of got like a waiting list for drag queens, which sounds really odd. So if somebody breaks their leg, there's about 15 drag queens waiting to step into the stilettos. Do you know what I mean? They're there with voodoo dolls going, please have an accident, please have an accident. So we've actually got drag queens that want to work for us on static shows, but they're already filled. So what I try and do is that when somebody wants a holiday or wants a week off or for whatever reason, that we use those drag queens. So we try and keep as many people employed with us as possible as part of the Dreamboy family, really.
Oh, that's
absolutely. Yeah. So you're obviously the queen of Cardiff.
You mean I'm a dragon?
The queen of Cardiff, and your team. I've met them all, and
we are the only country that put our women on our flag. Let's be honest. Do you know what I mean?
Now, my mum is a fierce Valleys girl, and what I find with drag queens, with women from the Valleys and from Wales, is they speak their mind. Do you speak your mind when you're on show?
No, not at all. I'm as feminine and as demure as you can imagine. Do you know what I mean? I barely say a word. I really do. I'm filthy. I'm surprised I've still got a job with the Dreamboys, to be honest with you. I'm disgusting on the Cardiff show. I really am. I'm terrible with that.
Me and Tess have said this for a while. You want to come down and see your show?
Look, if you come down to Cardiff, I'm taking the night off. You can do my show. I'll come and watch you and get drunk. The Cardiff show. I mean, that's the one thing I love about the Dreamboys is that the drag queens all get on really well with all the boys they work with as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like little families, isn't it? As well. Like I know you're really close with your Newcastle boys as well.
Yeah, we do love that.
And I'm the same with my Cardiff boys. It's a bit like having children, but you can't send them to school. It's really. But I love my boys in Cardiff. I have to say they're really good. Well, mostly.
Yeah, and I've met one of the
Tess.
One of the boys who is coming to join your team in Cardiff is incredible.
Which one, Jamie? Do you mean Jamie?
Jamie. Yeah.
Well, Jamie used to work on the Cardiff show before, and then he went to London, and now he's coming back. So, yeah, he's like a boomerang.
Of course, he's coming back. He's coming back home.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's lovely. Yeah, well, because we've had a little shift around. So some of the boys I had in Cardiff have now gone to the Bristol show. So there was room to bring Jamie back into Cardiff as well, which was really nice. So, and I've worked with Jamie before, and he is lovely. He's like a little mischievous elf, but he's lovely.
Oh,
I mean, let's be honest.
I've said for.
Go on, sorry.
Sorry, I've said for around about 15 years that I would travel back down to Wales. I haven't been back down to Wales for 15 years. And my mum and dad lived in Tonopandi and Penriver, Williamstown, and all around the valley side. And I would love to come back down and see family and old friends and come and watch the show, because apparently Cardiff is a top class A-star show.
Well, I don't know. Most of the time we're drunk, so we don't really know. No, I'm joking. We don't. No, it is a good show, but I think all the shows are really good. And what I like is that you can go to Cardiff and watch a show, then you can go to Newcastle, you'll see something different, then something different in Manchester, Birmingham. I think they've all got their different touches. So it means that once you've gone and seen the show once in a certain place, you can go and watch it somewhere different and see something different. I don't just mean the drag queens or the boys, but it may well be just a slightly different edge on it. And I think that's a good thing, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I fully agree with that.
You know, I think it's important.
I think every show is different because we make it different ourselves. We all sort of have had the free reign to make it our own. And every Saturday night, I think no matter, even if you've got a structure or a format, you tend to go off that format anyway and you tailor it to the audience.
Of course you do. Yeah, I think every format is sort of open to interpretation, and it has to be, because different areas of the country like certain things. So you have to work. You have to do what works best for you in your show, as long as you can keep it roughly to the same thing. I really don't see what the issue is, and I know that Alice doesn't see that either. You know, I think she quite likes the diversity. Well, if she doesn't, it's tough shit because it's happening.
Well, I used to actually walk down the stairs, and Amber, when I was first employed by yourself, I walked down the stairs and went on the stage, and I had a list of rules that I was allowed to do and what I wasn't allowed to do, and I used to start every show with, I'm not allowed to be rude, I'm not allowed to insult you, I'm not allowed to swear, and no fucking man tells me what to fucking do. And then now I haven't got my opening line because Dreamboys is run by a fabulous woman who literally says, take the bull by its horns and ride it like a fucking rodeo, Tess.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I've got quite lazy with my show. I do my show by Skype now. I don't even go into the venue anymore. I can't be bothered. So I just stay home and do it in my pajamas. It's easier. No, I love the fact that we get free reign. I mean, I've been with the Dreamboys a long time, obviously. Yeah. But it's, you know, and it has changed, but I think it has changed for the better. I think things have loosened up. I think people are having more fun now, and I think that it's easier for the performers. I think performers now want to go in and have a good time, and I don't think it's so restricted anymore. And I think that shows in the show, to be honest with you.
Absolutely, I agree. Totally agree. So we've got some people who are constantly commenting and asking. If you have got any questions for Amber, please pop them in the comment box below, and I will ask as many questions as you have. And it is literally access all areas on lockdown. So ask whatever you want. And if you are going to ask where she puts it, it's usually in a Cardiff man's mouth at the end of a show. But please refrain from those.
How dare you? I don't just limit it to Cardiff. Anybody will do. I'm not that.
Yeah. What we'll do. So if you have got.
Yeah, I'll answer any questions. I'm not that bothered, to be honest with you. But look, there's a bit of paper there. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, isn't that lovely? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. PayPal me, ambidextrous one. I just found that on the floor. I don't know what it means. Isn't that lovely? How have you guys been in lockdown? Has it been all right for you?
It's been really strange, Amber. It's been really strange. I mean, as you know, when you lose your stage, I think drag queens have become more than drag queens in lockdown. They've become IT technicians. They've become inventors. They've become cabaret queens in their bedrooms. They've gone from. We used to probably look down on those who had following for just putting makeup on in their bedrooms and going live on camera and then knocking it off. And we were actually sweating our tits off doing a full show every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. And now we're all in the same position as the bedroom queens that once were, and having to adapt to the change where we have to bring entertainment and also keep our fan base together and happy and funny so that they don't forget us during this hard time. And
yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I think we've all had to learn to go on the internet and show what we do, to be honest with you. And certainly for me, I know it's been something brand new. I've never done it before. And I find it very weird just to sit here and look at the lens in a laptop and try and do something that's supposed to be funny, you know? I mean, normally if I'm looking at a lens and a laptop, I've normally drunk a bottle of vodka and I'm in my pants. But, you know, that's something different.
Doing something rude.
No, I'm not. I'm just Morris dancing. That's all I'm doing.
I'm usually doing this, Amber, with the screen.
Wiping it clean.
Is that because you and Mr. Tickle have used it for other activities? Is that why you have to wipe it?
Well, the thing is, because Mr. Tickle's got not very good aim and ends up hitting me bloody phone, not my face.
Make sure he doesn't take up archery or darts.
It's usually strapped to the headboard for the OnlyFans account. Times are hard. Hashtag follow Tess Tickle on onlyfans.co.uk gotta go, she needs a slash.
You know what? I can't say I'm enjoying this. It's like two afters and a before. I'm not very happy with this. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can look like this if you make the effort. No, I can't be bothered. Sorry. No.
Oh, I hope everybody else is laughing as hard as what we are, because honestly,
my cheeks are hurting. Like I'm literally. I think the filler over the years in the Jimmy cheeks have decided.
That's not filler. That's too many takeaways.
Oh yeah, thank you.
No, this is too many takeaways. Don't panic. No, this is too many takeaways. You're all right. Don't worry about it. I enjoyed it with Cara last week. How did you enjoy talking to Cara? Did you have fun?
Oh, she was lovely.
Oh, do you know what? Emma, what did you think of Cara?
Well, I just thought that she just looked amazing. I mean, those tits are fabulous. Her makeup is flawless.
I know.
And I loved her hair. And just when she was talking to us and just how well. And I think it's because even though we don't all get to see each other in regards to mixing and mingling with the other queens, but I think because we kind of know of each other, that and we all work, as we were saying at the start, the Dreamboys is a big family, that it wasn't awkward. Like it's not awkward tonight with yourself, and I'm sure any of the other drag queens who work for the company, it's not going to be awkward because we all do what we love to do, which is entertain and obviously do our best to deliver a fantastic show.
Well, I mean, I like just to earn the money, but yeah, I'll go along with what you said. Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I really did. I really did like Cara. I thought that she was very, she was very funny, and I just thought that she just looked very striking.
I like the fact that she was
striking.
She was a proper old school drag queen, proper drag queen for me.
Yeah. I'm going to tell her that. I'm going to ring her after this and say, Tess Tickle said you were really old. So I'm going to do that.
No.
She has got fabulous tits though, hasn't she? I'm sorry, Boise Girl, but I have to say it. She has got fabulous tits on her. I've never seen any drag queen like it. I swear to God, if she led down, she'd be taller. Her tits are amazing.
She said she uses them in more ways than one. They come in handy a lot.
Yeah, she goes like this and... Yeah,
I know.
I like proper drag, Amber. I love proper drag. I love tongue-in-cheek British humour drag. Somebody who can get hold of a microphone and literally hold an audience with their tongue. And she is one of those queens that is one of the. And same as you are a live queen. And I've seen your live shows and you stand up. And the quick wit, I think, is what people adore about British queens, and the fact that we hold it together with all the Dreamboys. We're the glue that holds the show together. If a boy isn't ready, we've got to fill 10 minutes. Now, have you ever had an experience where a boy's been backstage and you've had to literally fill a stage?
Oh my God, my lot are lazy buggers. They really are. Yeah, it happens every week. The good thing is about drag queens is that most of us, we can just talk, can't we? We can just ramble on, which is great. And I've always said, and this isn't anything against the boys, because I love every single boy that works at the Dreamboys. But if a stripper rang in sick, we would still make that show work. If you had to work it with two boys, we'd still make it work. If the drag queen rings in sick and there's no replacement, everybody starts panicking. Everybody starts panicking. In fairness, because I've worked with my boys so long, we I'm sure it's the same for you guys as well. We've got into that routine, so they know that when I get to a certain song or a certain part of my show, they know that they need to be ready to come on stage. And I think that just comes from working with somebody for a long time. So most of the time, I'm really lucky that I don't have to fill in for them. And I have to say, my Cardiff boys are brilliant. They're punctual, they're reliable, they do an awesome show. I couldn't ask for better boys than the Cardiff show, to be honest with you. They make my life really easy. And because I'm really lazy, that's what I like. So they get on stage and they do what they not what they need to do, but they do what the girls want. Like all the girls afterwards are like, that was amazing. You know, the boys were great. You know, I'm like, screw the boys, what about me? But, you know, it works really well in Cardiff, I have to say.
Oh,
and I'm sure it's the same in Newcastle.
One of the questions from the viewers, yeah, it's exactly the same. One of the viewers' questions is, if you had to date or sleep with a dream boy, which dream boy would it be?
Oh, I just line them up and do them all, love. Do you know what I mean? I'm that type of girl.
When it stays on.
Yeah. One in, one out, that's what I say.
Yes.
If I had to sleep with a dream boy, I don't know actually, because in fairness, I couldn't sleep with any of mine because it's like family. So I couldn't sleep with any of the Cardiff dream boys. What I sleep with? I don't know. I'd probably have to line them all up, get them naked, and just see how I felt at the time, to be honest with you. I think that's... In fact, we could do that next week. I'm quite happy to do that if we can arrange it.
Yeah, well, I've got nothing on next week. If you fancy just lining them up and we'll just all sit there. Yeah. We'll be like the panel of loose women, only we'll be very fucking loose.
We'll be very, very loose. I am...
He's hoping.
So there you go. There is Amber's answer. Just line them up and it'd be one after the other. If she was a game, she would be Kaplunk because she would have plenty of pricks and still have a marbles.
More like Hungry Hippo, to be honest with you, at the moment. I've eaten far too much.
Oh, so have I, Amber. So have I.
Another one was, have you got any naughty stories that has happened backstage in Cardiff?
Yes. And that's all I'm going to say. You'll have to wait till the book comes out and buy it like everybody else. I'm sorry.
No, is it you? Is it you?
No, love, it's never me.
Same. I mean, I'm sat there like a Sally Ann doll. And I still don't get it.
Love, I'm happy if I just get extra chips at the end of the night. Do you know what I mean? Nothing else is going to happen to me.
So can I just ask, is when with me and Emma, I don't know if you were the same in Cardiff, but when you start the show and you've finished your first set and you bring your first boy on, is your next thought, what am I having for tea when I'm finished? Actually,
I don't know if you guys do the same. Do you tend to stick to the same songs when you're on stage?
Yeah.
So I do the same. And there is a point actually in one of my songs where I'm singing and there's a bit of instrumental, and all I can think in my head is, God, I'm starving now. What time can I get out? I don't even wait till the break, love.
We work together on a Saturday, so our opening routine is Dream Girls.
Oh,
now,
right.
We're stood at the back of the stage doing this, and then we're going, what we're having for tea? Are we going to have cheesy chips?
Yeah, we keep debate. We have a debate. We're like, are we having pizza? Are we going to the Chinese? What we're going to have? And then as our arms are going up in the air, I'm thinking, oh, I'll have a mushroom. Garlic sauce.
And then we turn around and go, where your dream girls will never leave you.
I do, man, I feel like a woman, and I swear to God, one day I'm going to say, man, I feel like a kebab. I swear to God it's going to happen. It really is. I'm just waiting for the day, to be honest with you.
So out of all of your boys that you work with, Amber, who is your favourite?
I think I have a favourite, to be honest with you. It sounds really weird, and it's not one of those sort of political correctness answers, because I genuinely do get on with all my boys lovely. I've got Joe, Ollie. I did have Chris and Rory, but Chris and Rory are now going to Bristol, so I've got Jamie. And I have to say, I love them all. None of them get on my nerves. None of them annoy me. If they've got an issue, they'll come to me and they'll say, blah, 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 blah. And I'll go, blah, 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 blah. And then it's finished with and it's done. And that's what I like. Nobody holds a grudge. Nobody gets an assault. Nobody has a strop. If there's an issue, we get it sorted and that's it. Because they're all adults at the end of the day.
We see each other every single Saturday. You become like best friends. And you can't have that sort of animosity in a dressing room.
No. But what we have always done.
We all see each other naked.
Yeah, but what we've always done is encourage that if any of us have an issue about anything to do with the show or anything like that, that we talk about it. But we don't get into a strop or get arsy about it. We have a conversation so that we can get it sorted and it's finished with. So that we don't really have any divas in the Cardiff show because there's no room for it. Because I'm big enough to take up the entire space when it comes to divas. So I don't need any boys doing it. So it doesn't happen. And they don't want to be divas. They want to come in and do this show and please the girls. And that's what they want to do. And they're all really, that's the thing. They're all really, really good at it. That's the thing. I can't say I've got a weak link in Cardiff. They're all just as good as each other, and that's the thing. I'm really pleased with the Cardiff one.
It's the same as us with our boys at Newcastle. I think all of ours are very, very strong. They're all very, very good, and they're all very, very appealing to the eye, as well as different. They're all different. They're different body. I mean, I know everybody's different anyway, but everybody always seems to, really, really like the show.
But I think
I've got something in my eye.
This is a really good question. Out of all of the drag queens, who would you shag, marry, or kill?
Oh, let's see. Well, I've had a relationship with two. So I used to go out with I used to go out with a drag queen called Dr. Beverly Ballcrusher from Cardiff for about 3 years when I was like 20. So that was like 100 years ago. And then I used to go out with a drag queen. I don't know if you probably know her. She's called Thunder Pussy.
Oh, Tiara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Scott and I used to be a couple. So I think I'm done with drag queens now because I'm happily married now. My other half is a florist, so you couldn't actually get any camper, could you? A drag queen and a florist. I mean, Jesus, you couldn't write it. You couldn't write that shit.
It's an ours. No, it's a vase.
I saw the toys earlier as well. Have you bought any of those yet?
What's that?
Have you bought any of the Dreamboys toys?
Not yet, no.
No, not yet.
Was it called a yoni?
A yoni, yeah.
A yoni for your nunny. I like it. It's a good idea.
Yoni for your nunny, yeah.
Yoni for your nunny.
I mean, but you know what I think would be a really good idea, Amber? I think, have you seen them cloner dicks that you literally, I think we send them all round to all of the Dream Boys, and our favourite Dream Boys clone their own dicks, and you put a little vibrating piece in, and then you can buy an actual vibrator cloned of your favourite Dream Boy. I mean, I Mr. Tickle. My mum bought me that for Mr. Tickle.
I know, he sent me one. Emma, she's laughing now, but the minute this broadcast finishes, she'll be off this camera going, "What did you do?"
Listen, after 12 and a half years.
12 and a half years? Is that how long you've been together?
Yeah.
12 and a half years?
Gagging for a nibble on a different plate of sausage rolls, Amber.
Jesus, love, you don't get that for armed robbery, do you? 12 and a half years. Well done, girl.
I know. Yeah.
Christ.
Do you know, how does your partner feel about you working as a drag queen, but also working with Dreamboys, seeing naked men every night?
Oh, he doesn't care. No, he doesn't care because he knows the boys anyway, because we're all quite sociable. So a little bit like you guys are probably with, is it Bobby, isn't it, on your show? Because you're really friendly with Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby, yeah.
So we're quite sociable with the boys on my show as well. So like he never thinks about it. And to be honest with you, I don't know about you, but when it comes to strippers, I don't think about it anymore. And that's not just on the Dreamboys, but any kind of ladies' night. After a while, I think you don't even think about the fact that there's a naked guy there. You're like, oh, it's a stripper. Do you know what I mean? You come a bit desensitized to it.
It becomes normal, and we normalise it, and it becomes desensitized. And when they go on, we tend to go off and have a little break and pout our nose and have a little drink and sit and chat. So my fella just says, well, once you've seen one, like
you've
I've
seen them all,
and I'm not bothered. You're going out and you go, but I said, no, all the Dreamboys are different. He says, oh, yeah, I understand that. He said, but the boys that you're working with every week become our friends, and it's like they become family, and you don't want to sleep with your family friends. So it becomes
not unless you live in Cornwall.
I thought you meant
it's different out there.
I thought you meant there when you said that you've seen one, you've seen them all. I thought you meant like as in the nether regions, penises. Like as in
no.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
We all love a dick, love. That's why we work for Dreamboys. You know what I mean? We see 3 different dicks a night, and I mean, I work with 4 of them. You being one of them, Emma. And it's.
But you don't know, because they're your friends. You don't take any notice. Nobody ever does. I don't. With my boys, I mean, my boys will happily wander around naked in the dressing room, and I look at it a bit like it's like a family member. You don't really take any notice, to be honest. I don't.
No,
I don't.
So who's got the biggest penis at your show, Amber?
At the moment, before it starts up again, Rory, because Rory it's not a penis, it's actually a third leg, to be honest with you. It's disgusting. Yeah. I mean, literally, I mean, it would break your jaw. Do you know what I mean? If he smacked you with it. It seriously.
Oh.
Yeah. It's seriously, you could cut them off at the knees and use them as a tripod. It's massive. It's ridiculous. It really is. So yeah, I would say that by far Rory had. All the boys always tend to go, Rory, can you go on last? Okay.
You always
nobody wants to go after Rory. The girls are a bit like, oh, okay.
So is Rory single?
Yes, single and mingling.
Oh, so am I.
Oh, there we go. Yes. Oh, yeah, and he's lovely. And he lives that close to you, but he lives in the Midlands. Actually, he travels to Cardiff every single week for the show.
Wow.
Yeah. I know it's. Sorry.
I could literally sit and talk to you I could talk to you like all night. I feel like I think we need to just do a drag queen special because.
Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it?
It's flown over. So, last question before we let you go.
Okay.
Is if you could choose another show to go to other than Cardiff, which show would it be and why?
Not lying, I'd like to go to your show.
Would you?
Yeah, I really would. Because I think I've pretty much been to all the others. And Newcastle is the only one I've not been to. And you always look like you have such a good laugh. So I really would like to go to the Newcastle one.
Oh, you know thank you.
Emma will tell you, we literally get in the car at 5 o'clock to drive up to the Dreamboys for 5:45 so we can go live beforehand and do a diva. And we head in at 6:30 for the doors opening. And we literally laugh from 5 o'clock getting in the car to 10:30 coming home in the car. And the lads are good fun. We have an absolute ball on stage. We talk about pizza and food, but we also we get involved. It's our Saturday night out.
Yeah.
So if you ever fancy a night out in Newcastle, come up and see us. And
I used to work in Newcastle. I miss Newcastle because it's a beautiful city as well. It's lovely.
Yeah. Come up with us and knock about with us for the night. I mean, we might lower your street cred a little bit. And you might not
what street cred? Have you seen me? Jesus. I'd love to come to Newcastle. And I will definitely take you up on that offer as well. I definitely will.
Absolutely. Well, there's always a bed in mind, and you're always welcome at the show. And I can't wait to come to Cardiff. We're going to come to Cardiff after lockdown. We're coming to every single show. So have a wonderful night, Amber. Thank you for coming on Live and Lockdown. You've been amazing.
Thank you, girls.
Thank you.
I can't wait as well. Take care as well. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, she's lovely.
I love her.
I do. I absolutely. She's so funny.
God.
I think that if we went down and watched Amber, I think we would be crying with laughter.
I do. I love drag. I live and breathe it, and I just don't get a chance to see any of it. I just think Amber's one of those queens who is like, you would literally not dare stand up to go to the toilet because she would literally rip you as you got up. She's proper good. But anyway, that was one of our queens from Cardiff. You can see her every Saturday night at our Cardiff show. Amber Dexterous. Follow her on Instagram. Follow her on Facebook. She goes live as well. She's hilarious. But it is time to introduce you to one of our dream boys. And he is no stranger to Live and Lockdown. He is no stranger to Emma and I. I'm going to ask Emma to drop down as I bring on our next guest. And I will introduce you to the gorgeous Chris Hunter!
How's it going?
Our gorgeous
How you doing?
Chris. Hello.
Oh, she's froze.
How's Chris?
I'm good. How are you?
Can you hear us,
I'm
Chris?
good. Nice to see you, Pet.
Nice to see you too. I miss your pretty face, both of you. Oh.
Are you missing us, Chris? Are you missing us?
Connection's gone weird, huh?
Can you hear us?
Oh, I've
Chris,
lost you.
can you hear me?
Tess, have you got me?
Can you hear me now?
I've got you. Yeah, I've got you. I can't hear Emma.
Can you not hear me?
That's all right. We'll just get rid of Emma.
Rude. How you do? Yeah, just me and you. I like it when it's just me and you.
Brutal.
It's better when it's just me and you anyway. We can talk about just me and you.
Of course it is. Well, the thing is, Chris, when it is just me.
Yeah.
When it is just me and you, Chris, how do you feel being in the dressing room with a lady of my caliber?
Oh, I'm no stranger to being in the dressing room with you, though, am I? We know that.
On your own?
We know that. Just me and you kicking it backstage.
And Christian always asks me to put my makeup on and bend over in the mirror.
And he always stretches you too, doesn't he? Stretches you right out.
No! Yes! No,
I meant muscles.
Like
Sorry,
Like
everyone who watched that. I meant like he stretches her muscles. My
He
bad.
stretches my legs before I go on the stage.
We're past PG time anyway, aren't we?
We are past PG time.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hello.
So we've just had Amber on, a drag queen from the Cardiff show, and
yes,
it's
I
so
saw,
nice
yeah.
to start meeting the hosts of other shows.
Tess. So I was watching, and she was talking about Rory. Can you remember when I came back from the auditions? What was the first thing I said to you?
You said that was this absolute gorgeous black man with a penis the size of a horse.
That was Rory. He's from the Cardiff show.
No
and he was
way.
there, and he was the one who I said. Everyone was like, "Oh, so how was the auditions?" And I was like, "I've seen the biggest dick I've ever seen in my life." I'm telling you, every single jaw in that club was on the floor. He just kind of like popped it out of his waistband with like two hands, popped it, and just like quickly flashed it and put it away. And everyone was just like, "Because I'm not lying."
Is it thick, Chris?
He had it in two hands, Emma, like this. He had it in two hands, and it was still waggling at the end, thick.
Oh,
you couldn't take it, Emma. You couldn't take it.
Oh.
You haven't had a decent fucking years. You couldn't fucking take it, could you?
Chris, I love the fact that you know Emma. Like, you know Emma.
She gives it the big one, doesn't she? She's like, "Oh, yeah, really." But I reckon if anyone slid in the DM, she would be like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm recovering from being dried up."
Well, you kept telling me all over the years that you were going to slide. You kept telling me all over the years you were going to slide into me DMs, and you haven't. Yeah.
I've tried. You're too frigid for me. Tess swooped in there and was just like, Anyway, so that was
very
him.
good, Tess.
That was him with the massive two hands on it thick, and it just like wobbled off the
So
end.
do you think he's got the biggest penis in the Dreamboys group then?
He's got the biggest penis I've ever seen.
Oh,
Even out of watching porn and everything, he's got the biggest penis I've ever seen. Just, I was mesmerized by it. Anyway, which brings me on to a good point. Brings me on to a great point. He is available now to perform in the homes of dreamers. Did you know that?
How much? I'll book him. I'll book him.
And now you will. Emma will book him.
You'll be so, Tess. You'll be so.
No, I'm a happily married lady.
Let's have a look, Tess. See if it fit. Open your mouth as wide as you can.
No
chance. No chance. Emma, because look at Emma. Look at Emma. You could nah. You can even get nothing in there.
Big mouth.
You've got big teeth. They get in the way.
Never mind red rum, you'll have a red bum.
Oh, I hope
so. So, Chris,
yes.
What was this about? How can we get strippers in our own homes?
Yes, so you may or may not have noticed, but Dreamboys now have a new stream. Hold on, I'm just trying to find my earphones so that you can hear me better. So we have a new stream where you can now have Dreamboys in your own home. Can you hear me?
How?
Still got me?
Yeah. How?
So, you know when people go through strippogram agencies to book performers for ladies' days or birthdays. Never know what you're going to get. And I've heard so many horror stories. So, Dreamboys, in all their infinite wisdom, have come up with having a Dreamboys strippogram agency. And it's not just for stripograms. It can be for drag queens. So if anybody wants to like put on a performance, a ladies' day, then they can book drag queens through us. They can book performers. They can book waiters. And not only that, when they're having the parties in the house, the little hen do's or birthday parties, they can now book Dreamboys to have in their own home. How crazy is that?
So I could book PJ.
You could book PJ. You'd probably have to pay a lot for his travel because he's quite far away. So usually the way it kind of works is...
I'll pay his accommodation, he can stay at mine.
Are you wanting to book him or book him?
You'll have to join the queue.
Yeah. No, I'm going to book him and then book him.
Hey, Emma, if you're not booking and booking me, I'm going to be fuming.
You what?
Emma, if you're not booking and booking me soon, I'm going to be fuming.
You know that I've only got eyes for you. I am a big
Emma,
cock
you've got cock eyes on everybody.
So how it really works is most of the time the area that you're in, okay, in terms of, so if you're in Liverpool, you'll be able to get lads from the Liverpool show, unless there are people who are from the Manchester show who live in Liverpool. So it's really a case of asking the question, proposing your date and time to Dreamgrams, which is what it's called. How cool is that? Dreamgrams. You like that?
I like that.
Okay, you propose your date and time to Dreamgrams.
Are you on Instagram with the
Yes, we are. It is. We are very much so. It's called Dreamboys.stripograms. Okay.
Fabulous.
So don't be fooled by the name. You can get drag queens, buff butlers, stripograms, models, everything.
So,
everything to do with Dreamboys performing for private events.
If Jessica Jane, your number one fan, wanted to log on and book a gram, hey, did you get that on the report? I didn't know it. If Jessica Jane wanted to book a stripper gram, your number one fan, and how would she go about doing that?
She could go on the website, or she can email the contact email at the bottom of the website, or she can message the Instagram page, which is dreamboys.stripograms, and get in touch with that department. And there you go. You book. That's how you book. Simple as that. So but like I said, it depends where people are located. right? So if, let's say, if Jess is in Plymouth and she wants to book me, then probably I'm not going to be available to travel to Plymouth. You know what I mean?
Unless you pay the fee.
If I'm in Plymouth at the time, unless she can pay the fee
So
to transport performer.
If I want to book PJ
location.
and he's in Birmingham, if I was to book PJ
Yes.
and he was to travel up, could I pay his travel expenses?
Yes, you could. Yes, you could. But as well as travel expenses, it's also the time, because you got to think, if these performers are willing to travel 2 hours out of their day, not only are you paying their travel, but those 2 hours of the day, they could have been working, getting money some other way.
And
so
how long,
it's paying for their time and travel. So the best way to go for it is for whoever is in your area. That's the way to go for it. And they're there for half an hour, so they'll perform. Give you a performance.
Oh, half an hour. I'm done in about 5 minutes, so we're all right. We've got 25 minutes of chit and chat.
I know you are, but not everybody is. You know, some people might like a little bit of pillow talk first, performance, bit of crowd interaction.
Oh no!
And then bang,
dick out, get down the
maybe. Hop on.
So, Chris, that's all about the Dreamgrams, which I think is absolutely amazing. So please go on to Instagram and follow the Dreamboys Strippergrams, because they look absolutely phenomenal, and I am over the moon that I can book different people. I quite like Zach as well. You know, he's warmed on me. He's absolutely warmed on me. I quite like Zach. Emma fancies the arse of Shane. I quite like Rumble as well. I think he's quite cute. I think he's fit.
Yeah, Shane could like do rude, naughty things to me. Oh, well,
I think Emma, if there was anything, oh, it's gone. It's fine. We chat amongst ourselves, because now I'm dreaming about which strippergram I can book. Which strippergram would you book?
Oh, probably Shane, and then well, we've seen quite a lot, haven't we? So I'd probably want to slice them all, really.
I'm back.
Well, yeah, you're back, Chris. You're back. So what have we got to look forward to from you? Because things are going to be changing very, very shortly, and hopefully lockdown's lifting, and we're going to be speaking about nightclubs very shortly as well at the end of this month. Boris, I keep calling him back with Boris. Boris Johnson is going to be talking about nightclubs, and hopefully we're going to be back on stage shortly. Where will that put you?
So hopefully, probably the clubs are going to open first before the sort of theatres go. So I will be performing with my original Newcastle family, you and me and Glenn and Bobby and Emma, you know, and then I'll be back in the Newcastle show. Can't wait to rock it. Yeah, can't wait to see you.
What is your funniest story that has ever happened at Dreamboys Newcastle?
Oh, you put me on the spot there. Can you remember that time when Glenn got that girl on stage and she had a little dress on, and she just had nothing on underneath, and she was just like,
no, I had to pull her skirt down,
and she just wasn't bothered at all, and it was like, oh,
she wasn't bothered.
She didn't care.
I had to pull her skirt down on stage.
She was nice, and she did have a very pretty vagina, but you know, just keep it away.
We've got nice pretty vaginas.
Oh, you know, and obviously I wasn't comparing that to yours, Emma. You know what I'm saying?
So, Chris, also you tagged me in a post last week stating something that I didn't know, and in fact I didn't know until a year ago when you and I had a chat. Now, can you tell all of the dreamers who are watching this evening what happened when you first started Dreamboys?
Good story. It's good that we know each other and you can do this, isn't it? Yeah, so when I first started for Dreamboys Newcastle, when Tess gave me the big break, it's all thanks to you giving me my first shot, and I was just backstage, biding my time, watching the lads perform, learning the ropes and stuff like that. But being keen into dancing, made a little duo. So I choreographed a little duo with one of the other lads, and then we performed it the first week. And then so I went to rehearsals because I was preparing my own solo during that week. And I remember I was doing this routine, and I kind of went up and then jumped up and landed, but I landed on my ankle and just rolled it, and I fractured it. So I went and got X-ray, and they were like, "Yeah, you fractured your ankle." And I was like, I performed for my first time ever at Dreamboys last week, and you tell us I fractured my ankle now. So I just kept this moon boot on the whole time. And then on a Saturday night, I take the moon boot off, drive to work, come and like perform and that. And then I think I did my solo as well eventually. And just the only time I would have this moon boot off is to come on a Saturday and perform. The rest of the time I was like on crutches during the week. But that's how much the kind of job meant to us. And
I never knew that Chris had a fractured foot.
No, we didn't. It's news to me.
And I never knew, none of us, the whole team, all the audience didn't know until a year ago when Chris told us that he'd had a fractured foot. And he actually rejogged my memory this week with a picture of his foot in a moon boot and soldiered on. And when I say soldiered on, I'm going to tag a little link here to Paul McCabe, who has just said, "Hello, buddy. Chris is a good bloke, and he served alongside you in the Coldstream Guards." So a big shout out to Paul McCabe. Yeah,
from the mortar platoon. He was in the mortars. Yeah.
So Chris, you are no stranger to danger, and you are no stranger to pain, because you've literally served our country for how many years?
I don't want to say that because I might disclose my age. 19 years I was in the army for.
You're in the army for 19 years, served Queen, and also now one of the Dreamboys' finest performers. You're an absolute dream boy, and you've set up a fantastic agency for stripograms. I can't wait to see you back on stage at the Dreamboys Newcastle, but I can't wait to see you fulfill your dream and come out of the army and then be on stage on the Dreamboys tour. If any dream boy deserves it, it's you, because you've worked hard. You've literally worked on a fractured leg and worked through things that you can probably, most people wouldn't, and that shows grit and determination. And you are one of the ultimate dream boys. And when you think dream boy, think Chris Hunter. Please.
And we love you.
I love you.
We love you lots. Have a wonderful night, Chris. But we're all going to say goodbye together because it is the end of tonight's show. And tonight at the Dreamboys Newcastle, you wouldn't have your clothes on. Emma and I would be ready to finish. And it is 8:30, which means usually, Chris, you would be given a lap dance to one of our lovely ladies. And we are going to finish tonight's show the way we always finish our Newcastle show. So, ladies and gentlemen, and for everybody who is yet to decide, please clap, scream, and applaud for one of the best dream boys in the business. Go crazy for Chris Hunter! To my right-hand side, she is my right-hand woman and has been by my side for the last 10 years. She is the thickest drag queen to ever grace the stage. She might be gormless, but she's bloody gorgeous. Please go crazy for the one and only Miss Emma Rose!
Wow. Thank you so much. And well, ladies and gentlemen and everybody, please welcome and say a massive round of applause for the Queen herself, Miss Tess Tickle.
It's been an absolute honour and pleasure to serve for Queen and Country this evening. Chris Hunter, you're getting wet and we're getting even wetter. And if you're thinking of getting a little bit hot in the sheets, then why not purchase one of our Dream Boys toys? But until then, we'll see you all next Saturday for more Live and Lockdown. See you all later, everybody. Stay home.
Bye.
Stay safe. See you later. Bye. Bye.